Aren't you guys lucky? You get me twice in 1 week. So today I want to talk about school struggles. One of my sons struggled when he was like in 3rd or 4th grade with reading and writing. Because today's kids, they want to type everything. That's what we teach them. That's how they turn in their homework. That's how they work. That's how this is. So writing comes secondary. But for certain things, they want them to write them down. So that doesn't come naturally. And they have all these brilliant ideas and their minds work so quickly these days because they're so used to having everything at their fingertips that writing it slows them down because they want to just get these ideas out fast and they can't keep up, their hands can't keep up with their thoughts. At least that was what was the problem with my son. So he just wanted to not do it. So basically, he hated reading. Again, because I think that he would stammer and he would get stuck on words and then he wouldn't want to do it. So, his teacher came to me, and I do want to say, I have some teachers out there that I know watch these videos, and I want to thank you guys because you guys are awesome and you make a difference. Even when you don't feel like it, you make a difference, I promise. I know you go home sometimes and you're just like, oh my God, these kids are crazy. Oh my God, why did I go to school for teaching? I should have just done something else. I promise you guys, you are awesome and you make a difference. So just on behalf of me, I want to thank you all for the hard work that you put in, because believe me, I have enough trouble with keeping up with my kids. I couldn't imagine keeping up with everybody else's kids. So thank you. So I decided that I had to be the advocate for my child. The teachers will be there and they will help them as much as they can, but they have 30 other students in there, and I understand that. So basically what would happen was, with my son, if he had homework, I would add extra pages to it. If he didn't have homework, I would have extra writing for him to do, because I needed him to practice it and get to know it and understand it, and not necessarily like it, because I know he would not like it, but I was trying. So basically what I did was I would assign him homework, and it would be about a subject he liked, and it would range from 2 paragraphs, a page, 2 pages. It would progress as he got older so that I knew he could handle it. And basically what I would do is I would have him write about a topic he liked, and I would proofread it, and I would check for grammar mistakes, I would check for spelling mistakes, and if he had spelling mistakes, what I would do is I would write the word out correctly, and then I would make him write it 5 times correctly so that it would sink in, because I feel like these days with spell check and all these other things, kids are getting a little bit lazy with the spelling, and they don't focus on that in school, at least not in the schools that my kids go to. They don't have vocabulary and all those other things, so spelling comes secondary because like, whatever, I have spell check. All right. So, but to me, spelling is important. So I would give him this extra work, and it was a struggle at first, I'll admit it. He hated it, and he would cry and he would throw a fit, and basically what happened was I just one day told him, I said, listen, this is something that you have to do. You will always need to write. You will always need to know how to read. These are things that are important. You have to do it. And, it was hard for him too, because he has 2 brothers that didn't have those struggles. And basically, he would say he was the stupid one. I'm the stupid one. And he's a twin, so he would say, I wish I could switch brains with my brother because he's the smart one and I'm the stupid one. And it would break my heart because there's nothing about him that's stupid. There's nothing about him that's slow. It's just he's at his own pace. And I explained to him that, you may be struggling now, but if you do this extra work, you won't have to struggle later, and there'll be a point where he will struggle or your other brother will struggle. It's not everything is always going to come easily to them. Their struggle just may come later on in their schooling. So that kind of made him feel better, I think. And so how we started off was with reading. I would come home from work and I would record reading on my iPad, and your iPads do have this feature, they come with it, and I would record the book, and what he would do was he'd listen to me reading and he'd follow along inside of in the book. So basically what I think is the main problem with kids these days is they get caught on words and they stammer and they get frustrated and they don't understand the cadence or know the cadence, so they get stuck on it and they don't want to do it. So with me reading it to him, he was able to kind of understand the words, see what these words were, and then understand the cadence. And it came so much easier to him. And with the writing, we would have him do the extra writing, and we would have incentive programs. So his incentive was, because one of my bigger things is I don't want to hear you complain about it. I understand it sucks, I know that, but I can't listen to you complain about it for the entire year. So basically what I would do is his dad and I got together, his dad, his stepdad, and I, we got together and we said, okay, what's something that you really, 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 really want? And he wanted this Simpsons house Lego set, which was $250. So I said, okay, if you do the work without complaining one time during the year, we will get you this. And we did. So he put in the work to get what he wanted. Sometimes it was something simple. It could be, if you do 3 extra pages today, you could skip tomorrow. If you read extra pages, you can stay up later, and all these different things. So, you just have to decide what works for you and your family and things like that. So that's what worked for us. So I do want to say that, there are teachers out there that are awesome and make a difference. And we were lucky enough to find her. Well, it sort of just fell upon us where we moved, the school district we lived in. She just was amazing. She was patient with my son. She understood that, he would come in with an attitude, and, he's just not that boy. And it was because he was frustrated and he wanted it to come easily. And she didn't take it personally, which a lot of people probably would. She did not take it personally. She understood that, I understand he's upset. I understand that he wants this to come easier. And I know that he's brilliant. And I know that he has all these awesome ideas, but he just can't get them out fast enough. So what happened was he would get extra time in his classes to get those ideas out. And it made a huge difference. So now, fast forward, he's in 7th grade. And last year, because obviously we just started the school year, so I don't know grades yet, but last year he was on high honor roll. The struggles are gone. He wants to be an astro engineer when he grows up, which I don't even know what that is. I just compare him to Sheldon from Big Bang Theory, and he loves it, so I work with that. He wants to go to work at NASA. We actually took him to the Kennedy Space Center over the summer, and it was like he was in awe, and a kid in a candy store. And for a kid who hated school, hated reading, hated writing, hated anything that didn't come easily to him, for him to now want to do this very challenging thing and love science and love learning and reading a book for fun. He's reading Harry Potter right now, and he read Harry Potter 1 in like 2 days, which probably isn't a big deal to some of you, but for someone like my child who struggled and hated it, it's insane to me. Like, I'm overjoyed. And one of the things that parents worry about is, like, is my kid gonna be so mad at me because I'm making them do this extra work? And I've always been really honest with my sons, and I say, I know that this sucks and I know you don't want to do it, but I promise in the end it's gonna be all worth it, and you're gonna feel way better because you're gonna take this time right now that maybe you're not doing anything so great with your time. You're just playing video games, or you're outside playing with your friends. So if you took that extra 10 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour to do the things that I'm asking you to do, you'll have all that much more time later on, and you'll enjoy things so much more. And not that long ago, he said to us, he's like, I really thank you for making me do this extra work. Thank you for taking the time to help me and to show me that if I put in that extra time and effort, that I won't always have to put in that extra time and effort. And here we are. So I know the parents out there have struggles, and maybe you have some similar situations to what I've gone through. Maybe you have unique ones that you would like to get help with. I'm here. You could bounce ideas off of me. You could see what I think would work, and we can kind of work together to see what would work best for you. It's just ideas. And the thing about me is, like, I try something, and then if it doesn't work, I tweak it, because I know that I'm not always going to come up with the best ideas, but I will come up with a good idea, and then I can tweak it, and in the end it usually pans out for me. So I would be more than happy to help you guys. I'd be more than happy to have you guys talk about your struggles. We can work together. We can work with other moms that'll be on the site. So just let me know, and I'm here. So until next time, Bye.